welcome to the show, man. You don't look like you're nervous or anything. You got a lot going on tomorrow, man.
Yeah, it'll be a busy day. It'll be a busy day. I obviously have a whole day to make sure that things go smoothly, and this guy has a pretty tough match in the co-main event for a title. So yeah, like you said, Steve, it's gonna be a busy day.
When's this day going to start, Christos? I mean, I think the event starts at 5, doors open at 4. When do you actually have to get to the venue and start organizing stuff?
For a grappling event, there's not necessarily a crazy amount of things that need to be set up when you set up the mask, the commentary table, or warm up areas, things like that. It's more so just making sure everybody's ready to go and know what the deal is. So, anyone who is competing, I would say get there as early as possible. But yeah, if you're coming to spectate, there's no seats or the tickets aren't by seat. It's all just $50 and general admission. So if you want a good seat, get there early. I get there, right when doors open. If not, definitely before the matches begin. If you want to make sure you get a good place to see, to sit. But no matter where you are, you're gonna have a good view. So as long as you're at Enigma, you're gonna have a good time. I promise.
Well, last time I was at one of your events, I don't know if it was at the same venue, but you had a beautiful chairs set around the mats, and then there was standing room. Is there going to be that room for the people to stand in the back, or is it just seating only?
Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of seats, and people that want to stand are more than welcome to stand. So your ticket just gets you in the building, and then you can kind of do whatever from there. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Nick, you'll be competing here, as Christo said, co-main event. Isn't your first rodeo, matching up on an Enigma event? How excited are you to get back there and be a co-main event here with a huge plethora of eyes that are going to be watching this event?
Pretty good. I'm pretty much excited to compete. I'm always excited to compete and just show new skill sets that I've been working on, that I've been trying to acquire. I know my opponent, at least stylistically, is more so of a guard puller. So I'm not trying to pull guard. I'm more so looking to pass and hopefully finish the match with an upper body submission. I would be more so shocked if he decided to try to wrestle or come up from bottom. If he does, great. I'm comfortable there too. But other than that, I just see it being me trying to pass and him trying to get leg entanglements, trying to re-guard. And then I got 15 minutes, so it's a long time to do what I got to do.
Now, the gentleman you'll be going against is Mr. Navarro. Is that how you say his name, Christos?
Yeah, Mike Navarrete.
Navarrete, I'm sorry.
Mike.
Queen Jits, yeah.
I screwed up. I butchered his whole last name. I'm sorry, my man. He is. He's been at a tournament of two of yours, Christos. I do believe he might have been a champ or won a money prize at one of them. Correct?
Yeah, 100%. So the deal was with the last grappling event we threw the Enigma Invitational for that. The bracket, the tournament that finished off the night at 155 pounds. It was for $1,000, but the deal was the winner of that tournament would also get a shot at Nick for his lightweight championship. So yeah, Mike got the win. He got 2 submissions fairly quickly, got them in regulation, and then won in the final against Dylan Garofalo by ride time. So yeah, Mike's competed for us before too. He's super game. He's 3-0 technically under Enigma because his matches in that bracket. So undefeated challenger coming in, taking on undefeated under Enigma, also the champion. It's gonna is just one of the few matches I'm very excited for, but definitely up there on the list.
Well, I know some of you jiu-jitsu practitioners meet each other on mats and other places, other tournaments and stuff like that, and now a bunch of them are coming to Enigma. Nick, have you ever rolled against him or been in other tournaments with him?
I haven't had the pleasure of rolling against him in like a competitive setting, so this will be the first time. I got to see him roll in person. I did the Ironman Grappling 2. I believe I was the main event for that versus DeAndre Corby, who had a phenomenal performance at trials. He made it to the semis, and I went up against him. I came up short. Mike came up short in the finals of that 80cc style tournament that the Ironman Grappling Promotions were held at 145, I believe. Yeah, 145. So pretty much for me, I got to see again what I was expecting, which was very much similar to everything I've seen footage related, right? Like everything that's on the Enigma Promotions.tv or just some stuff here and there that I found of him competing. Again, it's just very much him, very relaxed, plays a lot of supine, gets into the legs, hits leg entanglements, and is looking to submit via leg locks, heel hooks, that sort of thing. I feel confident. I have if not the best, leg lockers in the world in the room that I come from. I feel like I have a substantial amount of confidence in my leg lock defense, and I don't feel concerned if he gets into my legs because I've had Craig Jones on my legs, Damian Anderson on my legs, Nicky Ryan, just great leg lockers in general. So I'm looking forward to see how he feels in those positions and ultimately seeing how he deals with adversity when he can't finish me with a leg lock. Like, what is he going to do? Because I'm not trying to have a 15-minute match. I'm trying to see, if I can apply pressure. Maybe he gets me in a leg entanglement. Nothing comes of it from his end, and I'm back to applying pressure. Can he, keep going? Does he have the, like I said, the ability to fight adversity and to utilize his game and not get discouraged? That's actually the number one thing I want to know from this match is how game he is to really go for his preferred submission.
Excellent. Well, a great co-main. Christos, back to you, my guy. You have some crazy talent and coaches coming along with this crazy talent. You got competitors, New Jersey, from New York, Matt Serra's gym, which, David comes from, and, Tom DeBlas students, Danaher, guys like Nick Ortiz. What is going through your head, man? I mean, you have a huge ton of jiu-jitsu eyes that are going to be in your building, man. What's going through a young mind like yourself that put on such a great event happening tomorrow?
Yeah, obviously a lot of excitement. I feel like with this one, it just kind of snowballed, to be honest. Like, once we started getting, some people that are pretty popular on the card. Like, I think the first match I announced was PJ and Sean. And once people saw that, they were like, oh, wow, all right, these guys are really leveling up and, the level of competition they're bringing in. And then I think the next one we announced was Nick versus Mike, the co-main event. So everyone was like, okay, shit, like, this is going to be pretty wild. And then we just started adding a bunch of crazy matchups. Frank Rosenthal and Manny Vasquez are also going to compete for the inaugural 145-pound title. Excuse me. And we also had Calvin Tacey, who we talked to the other day, I know, taking on Brad Schneider in their trilogy, which should be again, one of the craziest matches of the evening. You could really say that, I feel, about any of the matches on the card. Even every match, prelims is like, damn, I don't know, like, this is going to be a good match. There's not one match where it's like, all right, let's just get through this one. It's like every single one, I'm genuinely interested to see what happens. I think we did a, pretty fair job, if I would have to say, with the matchmaking. I think most of the matches are, between guys with similar records or similar experience. So it should be a good time. And like I said, I think a big part of it was, a snowball. People asked how big the goal was to make it in the beginning, and they kind of got on board. And I think, using that word again, snowball, I think this is going to snowball to Enigma 6 in January, and it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. That's the goal, and that's what's going to happen.
Excellent, my man. Well, congratulations, bro. From, that little ice cube that rolled down the hill that's turned into, something that's, really made its own lane here in New England and beyond, man. As far as these competitors coming in, and there's a lot of belts on the line, a lot of bragging rights on the line with the Calvin Tacey, the trilogy there. Nick, as far as you, you've moved around a little bit. You are based now, I believe, in Texas. Man, who did you travel down there to join forces with, and where what camps are you mainly focused in Texas?
Oh, so from Puerto Rico, like you said, I moved to Texas. I pretty much joined the B team, so I'm under Craig Jones, and it's a great training environment. I learn there, I instruct there, It's probably one of the best gyms in terms of just like a really good quality of just the. I just can't really explain like the you're trying to. I think with any gym, you're trying to cultivate a community that is pretty much conducive to not only learning but just good people. Like you don't. It only takes like one bad apple to spoil the bunch, right? So I feel like at our gym, at the B team, it feels like everybody's a good apple. Everybody is very much conducive to learning, wanting to learn, wanting to help others. Um, yeah, I just feel like it fits my personality and what I see for myself. Today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, that sort of thing.
Excellent. As far as people in your corner, are you using friends and competitors, friends, training partners that you roll around here, or do you have someone from that camp or someone around that is going to be cornering you for your co-main event?
I believe Placido Santos is going to corner me. He cornered me for my match with Alex West. So, Placido is a great corner. He's a great competitor. He did first of all, he had an amazing match versus Cody Steele. I'm looking forward to his match. I'm looking forward to see how he does tomorrow. And yeah, I just feel like Placido, again, he's very game. He understands what I'm trying to do in terms of goals that I'm trying to elicit. And he's a very good problem solver. So because of that, I know he's going to be a great coach and a great person to have in my corner for tomorrow's match.
Excellent. Well, back to you, Christos. He mentions Placido here. Placido is also competing, I do believe. Does he have a super fight also? Did he get a matchup? I know he was going to go against Sean, but those two guys are going to be fighting or competing somewhere else, different weights or so. Did he get another matchup?
Yeah, Steve. Everybody's competing. Everybody.
Actually. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's actually going to fight Max Hansen. So Max, a lot of people, especially around here, don't know him, but he just went. I think he made it the same round at the ADCC trials as Placido. He made it to day 2, which I believe is final 16. Yeah, so he made it to day 2, just like Placido did. And I'm not sure who he lost to, but even just to make it to day 2 at trials is a pretty big deal if you ask most people. So, the fact that he went that far that day as well, that's another match we're super excited for. And I think the winner of that match really, whether it would have been Sean Marco versus Placido or Max Hansen versus Placido, I think the winner of that match, that's, a number one contender sort of match. And it's taken, they're both about 170 pounds. That's what they competed at ADCC. So, the winner of that match, I would be, I'd have no problem giving them a title shot against whoever wins in the main event, PJ versus Sean. And there's fights to make at 185 too. Don't forget, Molly Hansen is the 185-pound champion. So we got Piersma and Yair Marco competing, and that's a weight that they could definitely both make. So that match right there is another title contender, if you ask me. There's a lot of good matches, man.
There's a lot to talk about after tomorrow, heading into January, bro. You have lots of options, man. Great for you. You mentioned Piersma going against Yadimako. You have some MMA guys coming here and testing their skills against 24/7 jiu-jitsu practitioners. When I talked to Piersma, that was something that he was looking forward to, coming in and testing himself against someone that practices and is a competitor in jiu-jitsu 24/7, where he competes every so often in tournaments, but mostly he focuses on as an MMA pro career, man. Man, you're giving everyone a little taste and a little piece of this pie tomorrow, bro. A lot of people getting work. How do you make these matchups, and how do you get that going, getting the both sides of the coins to compete on your mat?
Sure. Well, with Jonathan specifically, his management, obviously, Larson reached out to me and said, hey, do you have any grappling matches for this guy? And so I can look. And then the match between, Placido and Yair Marco, we realized, look, they're not able to do this. They're competing in 2 separate weight divisions at ADCC like 2 weeks before, or at the trials rather, and it's not gonna work. Like, Sean's gonna be too big, Placido's gonna be too small. So we realized the match wasn't gonna work. And then I said, well, we have Sean Marco, who tore it up at the first event. The only guy he lost to was Nick Fury. If you guys want, that matchup's yours. They were down and Sean was down. So, Yeah, we made it happen. And the thing that honestly I find the most intriguing about this is, you see like most fights, like, oh, MMA guy versus jiu-jitsu guy, the jiu-jitsu guy's gonna win. But with this one, like, Jonathan's 3-0 in MMA with 3 finishes, all 3 by submission. So it kind of adds a little bit of it adds a little bit to it. It's like, man, this guy's subbing everyone in pro MMA fights. Let's see, what he can do on the jiu-jitsu mat. Um, yeah, I'm very. That's a match I'm very excited for. And a few other MMA fighters do very well, like Connor Matthews. We got on the card the other day. The controller MMA. He's going to take Garofalo. We didn't even make that match until I think like 3 or 4 days ago. It was like the day before we announced it. Yeah, I remember like Connor was supposed to fight a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to compete, and I said, "Man, would you like a grappling match next weekend?" He's like, "Fuck it, we'll do it. Why not?" I think his exact words were, "Why not?" when he texted me back. So yeah, he said okay to fight Dylan, who obviously super game. He's got a great Enigma record as well. I don't remember off the top of my head, but he only has that one loss to Mike by a ride time. So he's never been submitted at Enigma. So he's got pretty good rep going in. So that'll be another great one, Dylan Garofalo and Connor Matthews. And as far as MMA guys, I know Manny Vasquez has a bunch of pro fights. He's fighting Frank Rosenthal for the belt.
Richie Santiago coming in? Is he
Richie Santiago, yes. He's fighting earlier in the night because he has to go to he's got to fly to Springfield to corner DC, Daniel Cormier.
Who has been on your in your tournament at once? Yeah.
Who fought for the title last time? Exactly.
Well, to get back to Connor, and then I'll jump to Nick, and then I'll let you finish off and give all the information we're going to need for tomorrow. But, get to Connor. You mentioned that he had a fight fall through, a big fight at Cage Titans. Connor's trying to get to the UFC, and he's there. I mean, he needs a fight or two before they suck that kid up because he's got a huge following. He's doing great things. He's got... he served our country. He has veterans behind him. So he's fighting for a lot of people other than himself. For you to give him this opportunity, he's feeding some of these sponsors and, being able to keep a light and shine for some of these people that he support heading into a big tournament, at Enigma. So, hats off to you for this falling in, and the right time, the right place for guys like that fights fall through and they can get some work. With that said, Nick, back to you, my man. Co-main event, you got a lot of time to wait around. There's a lot of matches through the day, and I think, he mentioned Dylan and stuff. You've rolled with a few of these competitors that are going to be there tomorrow. What are you looking forward to seeing as far as a fan? Because I've sat next to you at Enigma in the past, and you sat there as a fan just like me watching these guys and ladies roll. What are you looking forward to as that fan aspect? What's going to happen tomorrow?
I guess, from the prelims up to the main card, I think more so I'm just looking forward to just really just being there. I love jiu-jitsu. I love watching any sort of jiu-jitsu. I like the idea of the progression of local talent, like how much better, because I remember certain people and I want to know how much better have they gotten from one competition to another. I'm glad I get to be there early because for me, more so than anything, I think it's important for me to be there. I'm not the kind of person that wants to show up in my matches in like 5 minutes. I'm not that kind of guy because I feel like I can't really engage in this, I don't know, just normalize the whole area for me. Like I want to be able to pretty much make it as normal as possible. I feel like if I get there too late, then I won't be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to just watching as much jiu-jitsu as possible and just being like, oh yeah, this is what I do. All right, let's do this. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Well, one of those guys rolling alongside you could be that next opponent that you'll be taking, with the hand raised on tomorrow, man. Christos, we're going to end with you, my man. Information, what do we need as far as fans out there? Because I'm going to be sending this little interview out right after we get off here. So whatever you need to send out there to these fans, as far as streams, as far as buying tickets, as far as like show starts and all that good stuff, let it go.
Yeah, tickets are available. Link in our bio or on our website. You can find them. They're pretty easy to access. We do them all online. If you want to support someone competing and purchase the ticket with their name, give them some credit, you can do that online. we'll take cash at the door. We're not gonna say no to you guys, but it just makes our life easier, if you buy them online. But cash and crate too, so it's whatever. You'll get a bracelet once you get there, so you can go in and out as you please. You want to watch a match and then leave, you get food and come back or whatever. That's totally cool. There's going to be a bar. There's actually 2 bars in the venue, much bigger than the last one. I think people will be very surprised at this venue. The Castleton Banquet and Conference Center in Windham, New Hampshire. The place is beautiful. It's right on a lake. Fits a lot of people. The room is nice and big. Warm-up areas are nice and big. They do big-time boxing events there, like almost every other week, and they pack that place with like 1,000 people. So the venue is beautiful. They've been awesome to work with. All the competitors are awesome to work with. Everyone seems very excited. And doors open at 4, matches start at 5. Yeah, don't miss it. It will be the greatest jiu-jitsu show ever in New England, ever. I mean that when I say that. I believe it. That it's going to be the best grappling show we've ever seen here. And that will be the case for each and every single one of these after. So I'm very excited. I'm excited to, this is still the beginning. That's where I'll leave it. This is still the beginning. Just see what we look like in a year, 2 years, 5 years,
Excellent, my man. Well, platform you're given to, have these competitors in New England and beyond, like Nick, get new eyes on them and, new goals achieved. Christos, last thing, what are you going to be doing tomorrow besides running around and organizing? Are you commentating? I know you're going to be, on the mic here and there. What's your job other than putting this whole event together?
Yeah, I'm going to be hanging around, like you said, making sure everything runs smoothly. Maybe I'll commentate a couple matches. Bobby's going to be on commentary for all the matches, as well as I believe Robert Eagle is going to commentate some of them as well. So he's a very, very knowledgeable guy when it comes to jiu-jitsu and a lot of other things too. He speaks very well. So we have a really solid commentary team, whether it's me and Bobby or Robert and Bobby. It's going to be solid. Then we got Eric Reffing, who's easily the best for everybody. Loves Eric. And then, I'm going to be announcing. That's like probably the most I'm going to have to do. Then we got you interviewing everybody after Joe Rogan style, which everybody's been loving, by the way. Everyone is so excited to get interviewed by you, Steve.
Stop. Hey, I got a haircut and a shave just for the... And to end on that note, Nick, man, you got a fabulous haircut, and I saw you today with Bobby the Barber, man. He set you up there with a fade and high top there. Is that what that's called?
Yeah, pretty much. I got mutton chop cut, and then the high top fade. So
excellent.
I'm ready for look good, feel good.
Excellent, man. You feel that air go through you, man? I mean, it's a breeze, bro. With that said, Christos, man, can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'll be there early, just hanging out and, looking at the stars in attendance there, man. It's going to be huge. I'll be shaking in my shoes when I have to interview some of these people. But it's a learning experience. And like you said, you're just getting started, brother. And I'm glad to be a part of it with you. So congratulations, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Thank you.